People are confused between religion and community. When I became a Christian, when I was 14 years old, I used to smoke drugs and I became a Christian. I was very frightened to tell anybody I'm a Christian. I'm very frightened to tell anybody I'm a Christian, especially my father, because if I tell him in Finnish, he will beat me. He will really beat me properly. So I'm very frightened. And my community, who are all Punjabi Sikhs, will reject me. So this fear, people laugh at me, people will have this and all that, is something which keeps me away from telling what I believe. What I believe, yes, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. I believe. And I know. But I don't have confidence. The meaning of this is I am not clear of the meaning of being a Christian. The meaning of being a Christian is not to accept Jesus Christ. No. When I'm frightened means I don't know the meaning of Christianity. When I become a Baha'i, I accept Baha'u'llah. Yes, Baha'u'llah is Maitreya Buddha. And yes, all of his teachings are very good. Yes, he talks about this, he talks about that. Everything is true. I accept. Really makes sense to me. Okay? But I don't want to become a Baha'i. Is it okay? I don't understand the meaning of the word Baha'i. I think being a Baha'i is to accept Baha'u'llah. No. This is not the meaning of being a Baha'i. And Baha'u'llah says he doesn't accept. Why? Because the meaning of being a Baha'i is not to accept Baha'u'llah. The meaning of being a Baha'i is to recognize that what Baha'u'llah is teaching is going to make you a full human being. If this is going to make me a full human being, I'm so excited. I have found the answer to become full human being. Hello, you want to love me, you don't want to love me, up to you, goodbye. I want to become full human being. You want to reject me, reject me. I have found the purpose. My community can reject me, people can throw stone at me, they can kill me. I am not interested, I don't care. I have found the meaning to why God created me. And I want to tell the whole world that I have found the meaning and share this great news with the world, because now I know what to do. So when somebody is frightened, then Baha'u'llah is manifestation, he is Maitreya Buddha, but they will not follow the law. They do not want to study, they do not want to learn the teaching, they only want to accept. This is what culture has taught us all our life. All our life, culture taught us to be a Buddhist is only to believe, not to become enlightened. We don't need to become enlightened. As long as we believe, as long as we give the monks the money so that they can become enlightened, we accept it. This is what culture teaches us. Baha'u'llah says this is not acceptable at all. You will not give money to a monk to become enlightened. This teaching is for you to become enlightened. You are not supposed to go around becoming and talking that you are a Baha'i, but don't live by his laws. To be a Baha'i is to live by his laws. So what is the meaning of register? So how does somebody say, I'm a Baha'i? Do I join the community? Yes. To proclaim very clearly to the world, to anybody, I am a Baha'i. That we are confident to say, I have recognized Baha'u'llah to anybody. This is the meaning of registration. If my friend asks me, yes. My parents ask me, yes. Anybody asks me, yes. I'm a Baha'i. I have recognized Baha'u'llah. as the prophet who has brought his teaching, and his teachings are going to help me to become. I have not developed all of them, but now I'm going to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and become this. Because this is the meaning of being a Baha'i. To register is to say, I am a Baha'i. And I want to work with anybody who is working towards the betterment of humanity. This is the meaning to be a Baha'i. It is not to go and cut your hair or to wear short pants or to wear monk. No. It's to be confident to say, I want to work towards the betterment of humanity and join other Baha'is and tell Baha'is, I am a Baha'i. And tell my friends, I am a Baha'i. This is the way to register. Does it make sense? But there is one more condition which needs to become clear. You cannot become Baha'i. You cannot make the statement if you are not clear in your heart. If you are, yeah, I'm not so sure, I'm still learning, you are not allowed to be a Baha'i. Only when you are clear. You are not allowed to follow anybody. One of the conditions of the Baha'i faith is independent investigation of truth. If you accept, it must be from your mind and your heart, not from your father, not from your teacher, not from your neighbor, not from your husband or wife, not from your friend. This is a very, very important condition. Independent investigation of truth. You must decide 100% because you are connected to God, not through teacher, not through father, mother, not through anybody. And you need to be sure. Are you sure you want to walk this path? If you are not sure, don't accept. Are you very sure Baha'u'llah is Maitreya Buddha? Are you clear? I'm not so sure. Please don't. You're not ready. But if your heart is sure and you have investigated and you really want, and this is the life you want to lead, changing the world, walking the path of the great path, is really, then yes. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, you cannot become a Baha'i because of this condition. Baha'u'llah put this condition very strong. Independent investigation of truth. So this is the reason. So half. Say, Chile become because of me. No. That's why for 5-6 years, we were married. She
9 years.
6 years. 6 years she was married to me. She was not a Baha'i. Because she has to accept Baha'u'llah on her own. She cannot accept because I'm the husband. This was the law. Even I am the big teacher. I made sure this condition is she is finding God. She cannot come through me. I didn't talk to her, didn't force her. Of course I explain and share, but she has freedom to do whatever it is. The only time you can go against your parents is when it's connected between you and God. The only other, not the only time, the main one very big time is whether you want to follow God or not, because this is above your father. The next time is the person you want to marry. You don't need your parents' choice. You will choose. You need their approval, but you don't need their choice. You can reject whatever they say. They tell you marry this girl, you don't need to marry. Because this is not their life, this is your life. We don't need to listen to our parents. I want you to marry this girl. No, I don't want. You are not allowed to marry the person what your parents choose if you are not happy. If you marry, you are not a Baha'i. This is law. If you marry somebody because you are frightened of your parents, you are not a Baha'i. This is law. You go against the law. You must be clear, because tomorrow anything go wrong with that marriage, you don't blame your parents. I marry because you don't blame them. You have to take the decision by yourself. They recommend you, you like, you don't like, you decide. And come to religion, your parents have no right. Now I want to ask you this question. Did Buddha's parents allow him to follow God? Did he obey his parents? Did he obey? That's right, he didn't obey. Buddha never obeyed his parents when it came to God. Baha'u'llah says, Jesus Christ says, when it comes to God, your parents, your leader, your religion, your culture, you should not obey. When it comes to religion, you only work with God, because when you die, your culture, your religion, your parent, all is not with you. This is your eternal life. This is your full self. This is the reason in the Buddhist situation, Buddha went against his parents. His parents tried to stop him, put him in that place. Still, God opened the gate for him to go against his parents. His wife is dying down there. He still solved his problem. His finding of God. To be able to get this, only you and God. No family, nothing is concerned. If you are searching, even your wife cannot stop you when it's connected to you and God. Your responsibility to your wife has to be fulfilled. Now, Buddha didn't break his responsibility to his wife. His wife was in the palace. They had everything, food, everything was taken care of. Only he was not there. He was meditating. He did not abandon his wife. He told his wife, sweetheart, I'm going to find God. His wife tried to stop him and say, I'm sorry. When it comes to God and religion, nobody can stop you. Nobody. When they came to Jesus Christ, the king stopped, he didn't care. The country stopped, he didn't care. In every religion, when it comes to God, nothing. Even elephant tried to stop him, they didn't care. This part was answering to his earlier question, fear. We are frightened, our parents will get angry. We are frightened, people will say, God doesn't want you now. Go. You are not interested to walk this path because you are full of fear. Then go and be a normal person. There is no fear. How are you going to go around telling the whole world when you are frightened to even say you are a Baha'i? How are you going to go around changing the whole world when you are frightened to even open your mouth? What full human ability do you have? That means become Baha'i is what? Just register name? No, it's different. To be a full human being, you will make this world into a better world, into a more beautiful world. That's what Buddha did. The whole world learned about Buddhism. Kings became Buddhists. Nobody followed their parents. Muhammad's whole culture stopped him. No. We are ready to die for God, for religion. God wants to know you are ready to die for Him or no. If you have to die, will you run away? Or will you be ready to die because of your belief in Him? This is one of the conditions of walking this path. If you have fear, go. This is not the path for you. Until you can turn the whole thing, instead of fear, turn the whole thing into excitement. I have found my Buddha. Your parents will not accept. Try and try and try. They will not accept. Change. I will tell you my story about how I became a Baha'i, which may be useful to you. When I was young, I used to smoke drugs. I used to drink wine. I used to do bullshit. And I come from a very, very strong religious family. When I became a Baha'i, I stopped drugs, stopped drinking, stopped bullshit. My parents were so happy I became a good person. They said, good, you become Baha'i. If Baha'i faith can do this to your life, very good. If your parents see that after you became a Baha'i, you are a true son or daughter, live by the principles, really outstanding, really care for your community, they will praise you became a Baha'i, not hate you became a Baha'i. This is what Baha'u'llah wants. Baha'u'llah wants you to become that person, the whole village will praise you. wow, this person's character is so different. He's full human being. He's doing this and doing. He's really care. He's concerned. He doesn't cheat. He doesn't lie. He is so good for our village. They will all want to follow like you. They want their children to become like you. Their children are getting drunk here, fighting there, gambling there, doing bullshit, and here you are they will ask their children, can you go? And I think you should learn from Long. Look at Long. What wonderful. He's so proud. This is the meaning of being a Baha'i. You are somebody who will carry the name of Baha'u'llah up, not sit down and register your name Baha'i, go get drunk, cheat, lie, and spoil his name. It's not about registering your name. Register your heart. Register your character. So Baha'u'llah doesn't want you if you have fear. He doesn't want you if you just want to register your name. He doesn't want you. This is not the arena for the faith in heart. He is not interested in you if you have no power to become great. You just want to be a normal human being or that. Please, this is not the road for you. Go through 10,000 lives. Take your time. This is not the place for you.